guys, I want to give a big shout out to our friends from Vitaller. I want to talk about their amazing work they did for the community center slash Waldorf school. In this community in Rancho Altos, we really like the work of Steiner on education. So our school system here is going to be a mix of Waldorf principles, predominantly a little bit of Maria Montessori and other things, but it's pretty cool to talk about how architecture, design, and engineering apply to these schools of thought, because they have a very precise way of creating spaces. The spaces have an effect on your well-being, on your the pace you learn, the inspiration you get to not also to learn but to interact with the place. So Rancho Altos took a very interesting direction in terms of community center. So our community center is one space. It's one big space. This big space, it's inspired Mexican architecture. So you remember Mexican architecture predominantly has these arches and spaces where outside and inside integrate really well. So in this community center, we're gonna have both the school and the place of community interaction. So half of the place is going to be the Waldorf school. So we're gonna be having here in this community kids from all ages. We have right now in the community kids anywhere from newborns to kids that are almost going into high school. So we built the team from Vitaller did a very good job in integrating enough spaces in a very elegant way for kids of all ages to interact, but also have like their own learning pace in their own space. So the Waldorf education systems come from the ideas of Steiner. We're going to do a podcast about it specifically in the future. But what it's very notable is that it has its own way of design. It tells you that nature is not uniform lines, right? Nature is very deep and all forms and shapes. So this type of schools, they need to have direct access to nature. They need to have this specific type of architecture that helps humans feel connected to the space in a way, so they are more inspired to learn and to interact with others. It also needs to have their own farm close by, which in Rancho Altos we have a very big farm, biodynamic farm, and it also has to have like their own kitchen, their own place for arts and performances, and it also has to have its workshops. For example, wood workshop where you can work all the materials. You also have to have a place for ceramics. So it's super interesting the work that our guys from Vitaller, our friends from Vitaller, did for Rancho Altos. We're gonna post it, so I hope you enjoy it, and I really want to thank them for their amazing job. They're like the up and coming rock stars in Mexico, and I'm happy that we have three of the most incredible firms in our country, Esrao Studio, Derek Delecam, and Vitaller, working with us. We're gonna post their work in different time frames. But for now, I hope you guys enjoy the work they did for the school and the community center, where we're also gonna have a space for co-working, for exercise, for music performances, a recording studio. We're gonna have a natural pool. We're gonna have a communal kitchen. So it's really interesting how they mix these both spaces. So thank you, Vitaller, and guys, check everything here on Instagram. Thank you.